and welcome to LabFam Podcast, the podcast that explores pivotal advancements in academic research. Today, we were diving into a fascinating and incredibly important topic: how to unlock the true potential of social science research through transparency and reproducibility. We're going to explore a groundbreaking initiative called the LabFam Individual Biographies. Imagine a world where every social science study could be perfectly replicated, its findings confirmed, and its methods laid bare for all to see. Unfortunately, that's not always our reality. Researchers frequently encounter a frustrating barrier: inconsistent data preparation and a lack of transparency that can make replicating studies a Herculean task. This isn't just an inconvenience, it undermines the very credibility of our findings and slows down the pace of discovery. Building upon previous work becomes a gamble when the foundations are unclear. This challenge demands innovative solutions, and that's precisely what the LabFam Individual Biographies offers. This tool is more than just a dataset. It's a public good, a meticulously constructed resource designed to foster open, cross-national harmonization of life course histories. Its mission? To address these reproducibility hurdles head-on. At its heart, it reconstructs detailed, individual-level, spell-based data across three crucial life domains: fertility, partnership, and employment. Think of a spell as a continuous period where a person's status remains constant, whether it's a marriage, a period of employment, or singlehood, each with precise start and end dates. LabFam Individual Biog achieves this by intelligently integrating information from traditional panel questionnaires, calendar modules, and even retrospective components. This unique blend allows researchers to recover life events that occurred between survey waves, and crucially, even before an individual first entered a survey. The result? A rich tapestry of individual timelines, perfectly structured for deep dive duration and transition analyses across different countries. So, what makes it a true game changer? It's all about pushing the boundaries of what's possible in life course research. It significantly expands historical scope, going beyond prior harmonization efforts that often relied solely on data collected at interview points. It intelligently uses calendar data to bridge employment histories between main waves and reconstructs early life events, offering a far more complete picture of an individual's journey. Then there's its broader content coverage. While some previous initiatives excelled in areas like partnership and fertility, they often fell short on comprehensive employment histories. We fill this critical gap, providing detailed employment trajectories that were previously out of reach. Crucially, it dramatically reduces common research biases, particularly recall and survival biases. By prioritizing long-running panel data over purely retrospective accounts, it ensures that the information reflects actual reported events more accurately, minimizing the distortions that can creep in from faulty memory or selective participation over time. This means more reliable, robust findings for your research. And let's talk about its comparative potential. By offering harmonized, spell-based timelines across multiple panels, LAB empowers you to tackle complex, cross-national questions with unprecedented rigor. Ever wanted to know how mounting employment uncertainty impacts fertility across Germany, the UK, and the US? Or how retirement patterns are shifting across generations in Australia and Switzerland? We make these comparative analyses not just possible, but incredibly precise. Perhaps its most revolutionary aspect is its unwavering commitment to open source and reproducible research. The entire workflow is built in R, an open-source programming language, and the code is freely available. This isn't just about sharing, it's about complete transparency. Every step of the data harmonization process is visible, verifiable, and, most importantly, reproducible. You can even customize the output to fit your exact research needs, selecting specific countries, periods, or life course domains. This open approach drastically cuts down on the initial setup costs for new studies and dramatically improves the comparability of your findings. Now, for those of you eager to get your hands on this powerful tool, let's talk about how to use it. The process is designed to be user-friendly and flexible. First, you'll need to obtain the raw source data. We harmonize data from 5 major, long-running longitudinal databases: the Australian HILDA, the German SOEP, the Swiss SHP, the British BHPS/UKHLS, and the US PSID. You'll need to acquire access to these datasets independently from their respective providers. Once you have your raw data, the magic begins with LIB's R code. You'll start by configuring your workspace. The 00_ setting the workspace R script is your control panel, where you define file paths and ensure all necessary R packages are installed. We even recommend a specific folder structure to keep things organized. Think of it as your research workbench. Next, you dive into the 01_data_selector.r script. This is where you call the shots. You specify precisely which biographies you want to construct: fertility, partnership, or employment, and from which of the 5 databases. Want only German employment histories, or a combined fertility history for all 5 countries? This script makes it happen. You can also choose your output format, whether it's a CSV, DTA, or RDA TA file. This modularity means you only generate what you need, making your analysis efficient and tailored. The LIB code then takes over, running through the specific scripts for each database and biography. For instance, SOEP_fertility.r or BHPS_UKHLS_employment.r. These scripts are self-contained and optimized, so you typically won't need to modify them. The end result is a consolidated LIB_database in your chosen format, ready for your analysis. The team behind LabFam Individual Biographies has also performed rigorous technical validation. They've compared LIB estimates against both internal survey indicators and independent external benchmarks for fertility, partnership, and employment outcomes. For example, LIB's estimates for childlessness rates, mean age at birth, and labour force participation closely align with these external sources, with only minor expected deviations in specific cohorts or datasets. This meticulous validation underscores the robustness and comparability of the LIB-derived measures, giving you confidence in your findings. The LabFam Individual Biographies project represents a significant leap forward for social science research. It addresses the critical need for reproducibility and transparency, enabling more robust, cross-national, and duration-sensitive analyses of life course trajectories. By providing a powerful open-source tool and a clear pathway for its use, it not only lowers barriers for researchers, but also fosters a more credible and collaborative academic environment. We strongly encourage all social science researchers, particularly those in demography, sociology, economics, and public health, to explore and utilize this invaluable resource. You can find the open source R code and further documentation on the project's GitHub repository. Thank you for tuning in to LabFam Podcast. We hope this has illuminated the immense potential of the LabFam Individual Biographies.